Hi, I'm Amanda Brown with Country Club Receptions. In this video, you're going to learn 5 different ways to dress your wedding. From creative to cost-effective ways, we're going to take a walk through what makes your wedding very unique. Dressing up your reception is one way to make your guests feel at home. You want them to feel like they're walking into your home when they come to your wedding. From elegant lighting to linens to fabulous accessories on the table, you're going to want people to feel right at home and comfortable and want to celebrate your special day. One of the first things to consider is uplighting when you're planning your event. This way you can showcase those special areas that you really want to bring focus to. You can utilize uplighting to set the tone of the room or to highlight special areas in the event. Uplighting can be essential in planning your wedding because sometimes there's those really hard to find colors like turquoise or a shade of green that you really can't find perfectly to match inside your florals or apparel. So using uplighting can really fine tune and combine colors to make that perfect shade. You can use parcan lighting, which is a little bit more affordable, but the LED lights are where it's at. You get the vibrancy, they're mobile, and they also keep the temperature down in the room. So you can utilize those through different areas behind the cake table, your sweetheart table if you are on a budget, or if you want to give that wow factor, you can spread them all throughout the room. Another segment to think about is ceiling draping. It's a wonderful way to just really soften the room. Ceiling treatments are great if you're working with a difficult space, such as tall ceilings, if you're working with florals that you want to keep low and lush to the table. Ceiling drapements are great to be able to compose the room and make it more balanced. They're also great to add twinkle lighting in, or if you just want a little softness over the dance floor, it's beautiful to just capture that special moment of that first dance. One of my most impressive moments with planning that we were able to do for a wedding is they had a guest count that only could work with our venue or that we could accommodate if we used patio seating outside of our ballroom. So what we did is we took pipe and drape, we did these beautiful martini swags and made it very South Beach outside. So think about that when you're trying to work with a venue that may not be able to utilize your guest party. Look outside, look at the areas and use pipe and drape to really tie in that wedding. Another thing to consider when you're planning is your linen choice. Have you been really struggling with a certain color that you're really trying to bring into the wedding? Linens are great because they come in a Roy G. Biv color palette. You can do floor length, you can do overlays. Most places typically utilize shorter, maybe polycotton linens. But with just a few extra dollars a person, you can utilize different fabrics, textures, and really pop some color at that tablescape. Another thing to consider is plants. Plants are a great way to bring in a little touch of nature to perhaps 4 walls that need just a little bit of greenery in there. So plants are also used to segment different areas. So if you want to have a cocktail area and break it up into where the reception area is, using plants will actually really beautifully tie those 2 areas together and create a different space. With most venues in your wedding package, it's wonderful how house centerpieces are included. Now your standard house centerpiece is typically a tall cylinder with a candle inside, which is gorgeous for the simple, more regal bride, but if you want to accentuate it and upgrade it, think about placing a round wreath of flowers around it just to bring in some added color. So think about that when you have your house centerpieces. There's so many things you could do with them. Gobos are wonderful to accent any parquet dance floor or upgraded dance floor that you're thinking of doing. The gobo can be an initial of perhaps you and your fiance, or it could be maybe a symbol that perfectly describes the union that you're making that day. So between adding a piece of lighting that has a beautiful pattern, not only are gobos limited to a parquet, but you can put them on the wall to create a little bit of pattern on the wall. The white dance floors, checkered dance floors, circular dance floors, there's so many things available to you to personalize your event. This will really make sure that your crowd is wowed by the extra step you took to personalize the biggest party space of your event. When thinking about chairs and where you want to be seated, the look and feel of your table, using King's chairs is a fabulous way to distinguish your table from the rest. Now think about a sweetheart table with you and your significant other, or perhaps a King's table with you and your entire bridal party. There's ways that you can make that table your own, and upgrading from your ballroom chair to Chiavari, or even for your table Chiavari to a King's chair. There's wonderful ways to just make sure your table stands out from the rest. You need to remember this is about you and your fiance. Each wedding is as unique as the couple, so you really want to make sure that you have fun with it. You take advice from those around you that are helping you plan, but ultimately use your personal style, class, edge to capture this once-in-a-lifetime moment for you. If you want more information, contact CountryClubReceptions.com, where you can utilize all the resources, all of the different unique ideas that we have to offer. Have fun planning. essential ways to upscale. Okay, what am I saying again to start off? Centerpieces, the tall I'm like, holy.
That's okay. Great, we got the
You're good. You're so good. Ceiling drapements. I just totally screwed that up. Ceiling drapements. I should use my last name. Yes. My new last. It's the whole color wheel. You guys are gonna have fun editing. That's fine.
That's awesome.
This is fun.